I'm Mark.
I'm Tommy.
Toshi.
And we're 3/4 of Slaves to Gravity. Drummer is
Late.
again.
Brilliant, and so we're here on the Alter Bridge tour. What was it like for you guys to be announced as a support for Alter Bridge?
Amazing, it was really cool. We were kind of about a week into the Lacuna Coil tour that we were doing, and we got a phone call. We'd sort of pitched for it through our agent and through our management some time ago, and not heard anything, and then we kind of got a last minute call saying that, that we'd been invited to come and do it. So it was mind blowing, really. It's kind of pretty much stylistically the best band that we could hope to be going out, opening up for, I think. There's not an awful lot of stuff like this around, really. So yeah, it's a real cool dream gig, really.
Wonderful. And Lacuna Coil, I mean, what was that like? I mean, the crowds that were drawn must have been pretty intense.
Yeah, I mean, we had a great time doing it. It was a sold out tour, and just playing in front of packed rooms is always a good thing. And yeah, I think we went down all right.
Yeah, we did. There were a few nights because when it's again, that's quite a different bill. Like Lacuna Coil and us, it's a bit weird, and I think some people were a bit confused. But on the whole, we got a really good reception, and they kind of accepted us and what we were doing, and the band and their crew were lovely. They really made us feel welcome, which is always a big bonus.
And so how about, in all the time you've been playing, who's been your favourite band to play with so far?
In terms of how we've been treated, this tour is pretty incredible. I mean, from day one, for a massive, really band like Alter Bridge to just walk straight up to us and shake our hands and introduce themselves and be very humble and grounded and cool, and their crew have been just incredible to us, helping us with all our changeovers and really working for us, which you just don't expect going into any tour, let alone at something at this level. So we've been made to feel very, very welcome, and it's big stages, big full rooms, so it's kind of feels like that's where we've been aiming this all along. So albeit as a support band, it is nice to be on those stages,
And could you control yourselves the first time you met Miles Kennedy, or was it just like, no, it's you?
Well, I managed to keep. I think we just about managed to control ourselves and keep our pants on.
It's always a good sign. Yeah, moving on. If you had the choice of playing with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be?
Wow. Ramones would be pretty cool.
Yes, the Ramones.
Good choice.
Just for experiencing that super fast set of no gaps and just to feel how fucked they must have felt after every gig. Yeah, that'd be quite cool.
Brilliant.
Anyone else?
Alice in Chains.
With Lane Staley.
With Lane Staley, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Definitely.
What's wrong with the new singer?
No.
Oh, he's great.
She was on about Ideal,
Yes.
Yeah. And so how about all the time that you've been playing, have you ever made a complete and utter tit out of yourselves?
It's going to happen later on.
Regularly. It always fucking happens. I've stood on monitors and just fallen over. I've jumped on PAs and fallen off into the front.
Does that not suggest maybe you should stop with the jumping?
Possibly.
Possibly.
Possibly. But then, it's entertaining people. Try and put on a bit of a show. This is show business after all. Put on a show.
I think if it's intentional, then it can be classed as show business. If it's not, then it's... We can't.
I think we should get like one of those klaxon horns on the drum kit, so when I do go, we can just hit that. Comedy sound effects to accompany.
Yeah, that could work. And so tell us all about the new album.
It's brilliant.
Good answer.
We've kind of recently finished getting all the mixes back on it. It's taken forever to get it wrapped up, which has been really frustrating for us. But we've finally got to the point now where all the mixes are done, and we've got a solid lineup again, because we've kind of been through a few drummers and lineup changes on the drum stool side of things. And the new album's kind of good to go, really. We've got to master it, which is the final piece of the puzzle, and then put it out in the new year. So probably we're aiming for sort of probably February release, I guess.
Yeah.
It's
all being well.
Yeah, it's a movable feast, but there's so many it's like dominoes. There's so many millions of elements you have to get. Well, not millions, but many elements you have to get all lined up, and before it's going to kind of work. But we're close with it, and we're really proud of it. You know, we pushed ourselves really hard with writing, you know, the most original music we could. You know, and our producer was very sort of supportive and encouraging, and having us find our own sound a bit more than, you know, just relying on our influences as heavily as we might have done in the past. But it's a good record. We're really pleased with it. Look forward to being able to share it with everyone.
And so, do you think it does justice to you guys
The album,
as a band? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it does. I think it's. I mean, whenever you record something, you always kind of listen back to it and think, well, you know, you could do this, and you kind of store, or I do anyway, store ideas for next time, and you kind of, you know, you're your own worst critic in a lot of ways. But I think it does the band justice. Yeah, I think the songs are strong, the performances are way over and above what we achieved on the first record. But you know, the sky's the limit. I think we always want to push ourselves to do, you know, for the next record to be even better again. Otherwise, what's the point? You know, we don't want to sort of rest on our laurels.
Very true. And so, where do you guys kind of see yourself this time next year? Where do you want to be?
I'd like to be headlining these kind of venues.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing. I mean, that's got to be the goal, isn't it? Again, it's pointless unless you fucking really do aim high. It's pointless. We don't want to kind of be rattling around the back of a splitter van without a pot to piss in for the rest of our lives. It'd be nice to sort of make a proper go at this. So yeah, I think we've got to keep aiming for that sort of thing, you know.
And what about festivals and stuff? Have you kind of got your eyes on any over the next?
Yeah, well, we sort of missed the boat a bit this summer because the new album wasn't ready. So definitely this summer coming up for 2011, we're hoping to be doing kind of download and you know, and then hopefully getting into Europe as well, and hopefully getting out to the States and just covering as much ground as we possibly can.
And so, which do you prefer? Do you prefer doing these kind of tours, or do you prefer the festival scene?
I personally find festivals very stressful because you very rarely get, you know, it's kind of throw the gear on and just fucking hope everything works and go for it. It's different
of course,
sort of
horribly hungover, and so that never helps anything.
Yeah. It's a different vibe, isn't it? It's sort of like guerrilla style doing it at festivals, but it's exciting and it's cool to, you know, to walk out into a completely alien crowd that isn't necessarily there to see you.
It's much like this evening.
Much like most of the she's off again.
I'm good, I'm fine.
Having another sandwich.
I'm sorry, I just lost my track. You were in the middle of saying something, weren't you?
Probably, I was rattling on about fucking nothing.
Just eat your strawberries.
Yeah, rock and roll. I mean, there should be naked women and
they're all in there.
Yeah, they're all behind
in
your
cupboard.
cupboard. For now, you just show
Always
your
got
fruit.
clothes on their heads.
Excellent.
Brilliant. Well, anyway, I think that's pretty much all we've got time for. But thank you very, very much for that, guys. And I am hugely looking forward to seeing you for the first time tonight. So,
Nice
happy
one.
days. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much.